Well, it is middle grade March, and I want to share with you the 5 books I'm going to read to meet each of the middle grade March prompts this year. Hi, my name is Jonathan, and this is Mr. Pearson Talks Books. If you are not familiar with middle grade March, it is a readathon that takes place each year in March to encourage people to read more middle grade fiction. It is hosted by Krista over at Books and Jams, and I'll leave a link to her page down in the description. But the 5 prompts this year are books with a name in the title, books about siblings, so they have a sibling pair in there, books with books on the cover, books in the historical genre or historical fiction genre, and books from diverse authors. And so I picked 5 books, one for each of those prompts that I'm going to read this month. If you're familiar with my channel, you know that over the past couple of days, I have put out videos with recommendations for each of those prompts. So feel free to check those out if you need something to read. But first up, books with a name in the title. I have chosen this book right here, Mystery James Digs Her Own Grave by Ali Russell. And you can see that is an absolutely terrifying cover. This book was nominated for both the Edgar Award, which are awards that are given to top-notch fiction in the mystery genre, and the Stoker Award, which is an award that is given to the horror genre. And in this particular book, Mystery James, she lives in a funeral home, and she is investigating the disappearance of a priceless heirloom. And just looking at the cover, I am a big middle grade horror fan. I like spooky books, and this one definitely has those vibes. Definitely seems like a play off of The Graveyard Book by Neil Gaiman, if you're familiar with that. Excuse me. The next one is books about siblings. And so I have chosen to read City Spies Europa, which is the 7th book in that series. And in this particular installment of the series, the City Spies have captured their old enemy. And now the organization that he works for is threatening all kinds of problems all across Europe if they don't release the enemy. And since the City Spies are so used to working together, but they have to go to all of these different locations over the European continent, they're going to have to figure out how to work together from a distance and work on their own to be able to defeat this. It's a brand new book. It just came out within the last couple of weeks, and I am very much looking forward to it. I got a copy of it on my Kindle from Libby yesterday and did a dance of joy because of it. The next prompt is books with books on the cover, and I chose this one right here. This is the Chronicles of Whetherwhy, the Age of Enchantment by Anna James. I'm a big Anna James fan. She wrote the Pages & Co. series. She also did a book called Alice with a Y, which was a wonderful short homage to Alice in Wonderland. But this is about a brother and sister. The sister's name is Juniper, and the brother's name is Rafferty. And Rafferty works, he's an apprentice at a bookbinder. And there are monsters and magic and all kinds of things in this book. And I don't really want to say too much because, truthfully, I don't know that much about it. I'm kind of going into it blind. But I'm definitely looking forward to it because an Anna James book is always a really good time. The 4th prompt, the 4th book I'm going to read is the historical fiction, and I have chosen Aggie Morton Mystery Queen, Peril at Owl Park. This is the 2nd book in the Aggie Morton series. Aggie Morton is kind of a fictionalized retelling of Agatha Christie's life. A little girl named Aggie. She has a friend named Hercule Poirot. And in this one, Aggie and Hercule are going to visit Aggie's sister at her new house, which is called Owl Park. But while she's there, of course, as this kind of thing goes, there is all kinds of mystery that they have to solve. These are really fun. If you are looking for a great way to introduce people or introduce young people to Agatha Christie novels, I would start them with this. Aggie Morton is a fantastic young heroine. She's a great female main character. And Hercule Poirot, who's visiting her, who's best friend, A lot of fun there as well. And then finally, the last prompt, the book by a diverse author. I am very excited about this one, and that is Amari and the Metalwork Menace by B.B. Alston. I'm a big fan of Amari. She was the star of Amari and the Night Brothers, and then the two other books that follow. This is book number 4 in that series. And in this one, Amari has to decide if she wants to continue working at the Bureau or if she wants to just be a normal kid. And if she goes that route, they're going to erase all of her memories of everything that she's done. But just before she can make a decision, there's this weird thing that starts happening to people where they start to lose their humanity and are turning into robots. And so Amari and the rest of her friends at the Bureau have to figure out how to stop this, even if that means they have to team up with an enemy from their past. I just got a copy of them on my Kindle the other day. I'm very, very excited to read this one. I was actually on my way to the bookstore to buy a copy of it when I got the notification that it had arrived from the library and it's on my Kindle. So those are the 5 books that I am planning to read for Middle Grade March. They fit all, there's one for each of the prompts. Some of them even can be doubled up, like Amari and the Metalwork Menace has a name in the title. So those are the 5 that I am looking forward to, and I cannot wait to come back and share with you what I thought of each one. Well, what I'd like to know is, what books are you planning to read for Middle Grade March? Which titles are you most excited for? And of the ones that I just mentioned, have you read any of them? And what do you think? Leave all of those down in the comments. I'm always looking to find new books to read. And if you haven't already done so, check out the videos that are going to pop up here on the screen in just a moment. Those are my recommendations for books that fit each of the prompts. And as always, my name is Jonathan. This is Mr. Pearson Talks Books. We'll see you next time.